Hello and welcome in this session of Career Edge IAS. The Union Cabinet approved Mission Karma Yogi program on 2nd September, which aims to reform and upskill civil servants across the country and prepare them for the future. The program expected to cost approximately 510 crores for over 5 years. It will also cover 46 lakhs central employees under this program. This mission is a major bureaucratic reform exercise that will radically improve the government's human resource management practices. This reform is a step towards improving and strengthening the infrastructure for civil servants, IPS, IFS, IAS, and IRS officers of India. This program aims to prepare the Indian civil servants for the future by making them more creative, constructive, imaginative, innovative, proactive, professional, progressive, energetic, enabling, transparent, and technology enabled. Under this mission, the government will be providing mid-career training to civil servants. The training, which was earlier available for only all India services, will now be compulsory for all the officers at all levels. It will build future ready civil service with the right attitude, skill and knowledge aligned to the vision of New India. Friends, this mission is based on 6 pillars. First, policy framework. Second, institutional framework. Third, competency framework. Fourth, digital learning framework. Fifth, the electrical human resource management system. And the last one is the monitoring and evaluation framework. Now the question arises, how will this mission work? An integrated government online training platform called IGOT Karma Yogi will be set up for the mission. The IGOT Karma Yogi platform brings the scale and state-of-the-art infrastructure to augment the capacities of over 2 crores officials in India. Secondly, there will be a Public Human Resource Council consisting of selected union ministers, chief ministers, eminent public human resource practitioners, thinkers, global thoughts leader and public service functionaries under the chairmanship of Prime Minister. The council will serve for the apex body for providing strategic direction to the task of civil service reforms and its capacity building. The government has proposed to set up a capacity building commission to manage capacity building ecosystem. The commission will also come out with an annual state of civil service report. There will be a special purpose vehicle for owning and operating the digital asset and technological platform for online training and coordination unit headed by Cabinet Secretary for the government and for the program. The mission has been so designed that it remains entrenched in Indian culture and sensibilities while drawing learning resources from the best institutions and practices from across the world. Now next question is why there was a need for such a mission. So for answering this, we need to understand the background of the problem. Basically, there is a need to develop domain knowledge besides administrative capacity in the bureaucracy. There was also a need to formalize the recruitment process and match the public service to a bureaucrat's competence so as to find the right person for the job, recruitment level, and then build the competency rather than investing in building more capacities of a person through the rest of their career. As you know, day by day complexities are increasing. So it will get more complex to govern. The governance capacities will have to be enhanced proportionately, which this reforms undertakes. The reform in the Indian bureaucracy is the need of the hour, and it is more reform undertaken in recent years to transform it. Now, what this IGOT Karam Yogi platform means. IGOT stands for Integrated Government Online Training. It is a portal on the Ministry of HRD Diksha platform for the purpose of capacity building. IGOT Karmyogi is a continuous online training program which would allow all government servants from the assistant secretary to secretary level to undergo continuous training depending on their domain area. All kinds of courses from international universities will be made available on the platform for officers to take. The platform is expected to evolve into a vibrant and world-class marketplace for content where carefully curated and vetted digital e-learning material will be made available. Besides capacity building, service matters like confirmation after probation period, deployment, work assignment, and notification of vacancies, etc., would eventually be integrated with the purpose of building competency. Now, let us see what are the benefits of the mission. The first and foremost benefit of this mission is work will be allotted according to the role based, not on the basis of rule based. From henceforth, the work allocation will be made according to the competencies of the individual and not according to the age or another criteria which used to follow in earlier stages. Another benefit of this mission is it will provide an opportunity for civil servants to continuously build and strengthen their behavioral, functional, and domain competence in their self-driven and mandated learning path. Third benefit is it will harmonize training standards according and across the country so that there is a common understanding of India's aspiration and development goals. Next, fourth benefit is Mission Karmi Yogi is aimed at building a future ready civil service with the right attitude, skill and knowledge aligned to the vision of New India. Fifth benefit is it emphasizes on on-site learning and it will encourage and partner with the best in class learning content creators including public training institutions, universities, startups and individual experts. Although this mission has lots of benefits, but with lots of benefits there comes challenges too. So let's see what are the challenges this mission will face. John Keynes, the economist, once said, the difficulty lies not in the new ideas but in escaping from the old one. See, people, there is a tendency in the bureaucracy to resist to the change. People generally don't accept change easily. This is very challenging situation. The bureaucracy must understand the need of domain knowledge and importance of moving away from generalist to specialist approach. In today's world, the governance is getting technical and with each passing day and hence it's important that person in authority to should have the requisite skill and experience in that particular area. Behavioral change in bureaucracy is the need of an hour. Understanding of this basic idea is very important and very crucial for the successful implementation of this mission. In the last, I would say this is a welcome move. It is also a fact that bureaucratic sloth is only one side of the coin. Political interference must be addressed too. Ashok Khemka, the IAS officer from Haryana, is a living testimony of it, who has been transferred 52 times so far in his career. Clearly, the reform process is not going to be easy, but this is a good move in the direction. I hope that you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.